And we used to call it as a target recon. And in the other name we used to call it as a non-authoritative source. Okay, so this is one funda you have. Right, if you want to send from Saviant to here, you have to always refer the job that is WS retry job. This is specific and it is applicable for all your target system. So sometime also you have to manually also process in your real-time work also write. If something is error out, you have to clear the error and you have to process it manually. So that is also there. Everything should be automated, as this is a LCM tool. Write your lifecycle management. Nothing manual should here, but at least 5% manual of every day you have to do sometime. Sometime, if the task is error out or the threshold value is more you have mentioned, like it shouldn't, let's say in your organization. You have mentioned, at a time, more than 1,000 terminated tasks shouldn't be processed. Why suppose the HRMS owner, who is there mistakenly right sleepingly he mentioned 5,000 task has terminated. So what will happen? All the user will get terminated in Saviant right. So you can put a threshold over there so that it won't process at all, actually beyond the threshold value if it is more than that. So that also right. It is there. You can also do the manual thing there and intervene there. So here your trusted request, or a target reconciliation, or through the application data input or through the non-authoritative source, you are bringing back those information to Saviant for a purpose right. And from your HRMS application, or we are, resembling the DB here. If you want to bring back the user right to your Saviant, we are bringing through the user input. Or it is your authoritative source right, or it is a trusted reconciliation. We call it. So this WS3 try job right. Ideally it should be triggered in all the system. What I have seen, they have mentioned like 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, sometimes they ask also to do instant provisioning, but instant provisioning made a lot of issue actually. That is why you should have a time limit. Right. So let's say, for application, you have made an instance provisioning. Okay, so instant provisioning. If you make it on write the WS3 try job, irrespective of your rule, it will try to trigger immediately. But what will happen if you receive a user by mistakenly terminated user? Let's say you have a user whose I have seen in my project also, right? So one user is there. So HR by mistakenly updated the status from active to inactive, so immediately in the job ran right. So job will be running 30-minute or 1 hour, right? He forgot that and those inactive information came to Saviant. Up to here, it is fine. My status is inactive right. I can again activate about what happened. If the instant provision immediately happened from Saviant, you are managing 20 to 30 application. That means 30 account you have. Along with that you might have 120 entitlement right. This 30 account, you might have multiple entitlement. So what will happen? Everything will be wiped out from the target system. And this 120 entitlement. It doesn't mean all the entitlement came through birthright. It is not true, right? You might have given a request to access some directory service or some or drive access. You have given a request for that right. So what happened? Everything is wiped out now. So that is a problem. That is why we should give always a 30-minute of or 40-minute of distance to run the WC drive job. So lot of thing is there. If you explore right, you'll find to know, you'll come to know. So where you are, like you know, WC, drive job right. So now the task is generated right. So it is not process, because I do not have any job which is scheduled or a WC drive job to pick this task. I think this system has a problem. Let me try to provision the user to the, to the advanced query. Let's see. I'll go to again WC drive job, go to utility. WC drive job. Click on start. Go to advanced right. And that. Task key in. Okay, let me give task it, then I'll try with the task type. Okay, and I will give this task. I do only 943. Comma. 944. And 80. Task key in. Okay, submit it. Let's see whether it is processing or not. So in this case, what will happen? Suppose for your database training CF database, you have 30 tasks in pending queue. But if you run through the WC drive job, you will see that you have 30 tasks using the connection. That's the first basic concept, right? It will try to process all your tasks, but you do not need that. You want to specifically process 2 tasks only. This too. So that time you can give the advanced condition. Let me see. Refresh it. It processed right. So how you are going to go to utility in the provisioning right? Click action, click start. In the first basic, if you give database training, CF. And specifically mention new account. It will process new account. And if you give add access, it will process that access. But in the advance, if you write a query, write. It will process only your specific task, if you want to do that. Okay.